your soul and let me know what you see. So tell the truth, is it even me? Moon baby, he gon' walk on Mars. Mama told me I wasn't born on Earth, so I must be a star.
Alright, Chef, we got the craziest IG live crashouts. Let's see what's up, bro.
These are the craziest IG live crashouts of all time. First, we gotta start off with the rapper from Atlanta who went live on the gram, crashing out, claiming that everybody on the live stream was soft and didn't want any action. He then challenged everybody who wanted to test him to pull up if they were really about that action. Lil Shot let everyone know that he was going to smoke anyone who rode by his spot.
Went for through the my mama. I don't get no none of that. Don't try. Pull through the I want to.
Let me see.
What's that? So I'm getting off on anything. Listen, bro. I'm getting off on anything, y'all. Somebody's name. Bro, why the f you keep asking me where I'm at? Pop out. Pull up. Pull up, bro. On my mama. Pull up. Pull up right now. Pull up. On game. That's so y'all hard. I'm smoking on every bro. Somebody. This is daddy. Yo.
Lil Shot was outside in broad daylight with a stick, ready to let off at any car that seemed like it was his op. At one point, he even let everyone know that his ops already knew that he had some bodies under his belt, right after saying he ain't going to tell on himself.
I ain't even gonna tell on myself. Listen, my mom. Yo, so say less. Yo, on that block when I drop fat boy, I ain't do all I need to shoot back. Yo,
Oh,
come on. We don't give a none of that shit. My mom ready to crash. My mama, y'all know what's up. Pull through this. My mom get back.
After a few more minutes of screaming at the live, he finally dropped his location. And his ops must have been watching, because not even like 2 to 3 minutes later, his ops pulled up. And you can hear them letting off that shot before he ran into the apartment
ran with
doors,
a big
trying to
ARP?
get inside.
Wait, chat. You talk about pull up. But nigga, you taking off with a big ass ARP in your hand. You talking all that, nigga, you weak, boy.
Bro, this is East Slade. What the f*** you same apartment he's in? Popeye. Oh, mama. Y'all niggas, I don't want Popeye. Mama, I don't give a f*** if I die. I don't give a f*** y'all niggas get off on me. I bet I'll get off.
That nigga gone.
The live paused before eventually resuming in his apartment. And right before the live ended, he could be seen out of breath. So you know something did really go down. But Lil Shot's situation ain't nothing compared to what an upcoming rapper from Memphis known as Boo Two Guns did. Because one day, Boo was sliding around North Memphis in a stolen Corvette that they had just hit for. And everything was cool at first, since they were flexing for the live. A few minutes into the live, Boo and his homie ran into one of their ops at a park, and the dude told Boo and his homie that they were going to get their butt kicked. Boo took offense to what the dude said and crashed out on him and did this.
Who all down there? All they, what you call them? What's up? What am on that here?
After smacking him with the strap, Boo showed the dude on camera and dissed his gang, since the dude tried playing with him for no reason.
OTC, all in jail playing. What you in then? What's up? You FTK? Blood. All in jail playing. Switch out. All in jail playing. Now, what's up? We on the what's up? All they playing, you playing. Who? I don't know. You talking about? What's up? Ah, they playing. I just smacked this OTC, Trula, blood, whatever you supposed to be.
Thankfully, Boo didn't take things too far and pop the dude since he was strapped with a switch. And it's one thing to crash on your ops, but another to crash on a random dude who ain't did nothing to you. That's what this next person did, because one day, Lil Reese was walking down the street and he saw a homeless man sleeping on the sidewalk who was kind of in his way. But instead of walking around the dude, Lil Reese did this to get the dude out of his way.
Get his head. Put that head. Come on, put that head. Put that head.
Come on, man. Right, man.
And the comments were pissed at Reese for doing this. They said things like that are the reason he keeps getting shot and beat up due to his karma and for the weird things he keeps doing. But Reese ain't the only rapper from Chicago who crashed out on a random dude for no reason, because Bloodhound Lil Jeff did the same one day while being on live. What he did was 10 times worse. One day, Lil Jeff was in his ops hood and he caught a random dude from his ops hood and made him say F a dead dude from their hood. And since the dude didn't say it off, Jeff did this to him. That ain't the only time Jeff crashed out on live either, because one day he was riding through Chicago with some of his bros looking to catch an op. While doing that, he came across a car that resembled a car that his ops drove. Without hesitation, Jeff instantly switched at the car.
I'm finna play that next.
On that black car.
Thankfully, everyone in the other car was straight. But the live video had some of his fans shocked at just how quickly Jeff and the other Bloodhounds were ready to crash out over some beef. But if you thought that was crazy, you gotta see what this next rapper from Chicago did, because old footage surfaced on Vine off 1700 chasing one of his ops while he was still in school.
When we bounced out on him, he knew it was over. I don't even know why he running. My new in the bag, my old.
And there's no telling if the dude is actually Vaughn off 1700. But thankfully, the teacher was there to stop it before he could put his hands on the other dude. But speaking of crashing out in school, some goons don't really care and are willing to crash out anywhere, even if cameras are there. And that's exactly what this next dude did, because this gang member had got the news that his op was graduating. So he uploaded a pic on Snapchat saying, he think he graduated. He gonna die wearing that cap and gown. And the dude wasn't playing around either, because someone else that was attending the graduation recorded a video, and you could hear the dude letting off at the graduation when his op's name was called. Hopefully, the dude ended up getting his diploma and got out of that environment before his ops ended up catching him, since you could tell the people he's beefing with aren't playing fair. And these next dudes don't care, because they took police on a high-speed chase while on IG Live, while blasting some of their music to try and promote their song, since they knew the clip would go viral.
Turn them lights out. Turn them lights out. Turn them lights out. Turn them lights out.
For ticket, we gon' slide, we gon' knock his head off. 556, make on the block every day, better stand tall. Call him in the alley for the Lord, he gon' call. The rubber, he didn't make it fall.
But that ain't the only time someone recorded themselves taking police on a chase, because this next dude was taking police on a chase and let everyone know the reason he can't stop is because if he stops, he's gonna be gone forever.
He looks such a...
There's no telling what crime the dude had committed, but he told people watching the live that if he stopped, the cops were going to smoke him.
I'm going forever, guys. If you need to catch me, look. I'm going forever, man. I'm sorry, man. I'm gonna die. There's not going on, y'all.
The dude must have been some crazy fugitive, based on what he was saying. And it's one thing to get crashed by the cops on live, and another to chase your op down to try and smack him while live. This next dude was on live one day, and he saw his op in traffic at a light. So he instantly started to crash. He told his op to pull over so they could get it on. But his op wasn't really worried and tried to drive off. So that's when the dude started chasing him.
Pull that mother. I don't care. Pull up. Pull over. Pull over. Come on. Yeah. 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 Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The dude followed his op, even though he felt like he was going to walk into a setup. And once they met up with each other, they were about to throw down. But the dude went back to his car and started letting off at him, since he saw that the dude had another person with him.
He on the phone with his peoples. He got somebody waiting. That's why he want me to follow him. Cause he trying to walk me into a setup. Oh yeah, here we go. Come on, bro. This got two. Come on. All right. I told y'all he's a. He's a. See that? He's a. He's a. Plus I busted my back. He thought he's a on me.
And if the police investigated this situation, they probably solved it in no time, since the dude thought it was a good idea to do it while on Facebook Live. Now, let's move on to YBC Duel, because Duel is a rapper from Philly who was known for his extreme antics and for dissing dead ops in hit songs. Some of the stuff he did was so disrespectful that he even earned the name Mr. Disrespectful from his fans. But one day, Duel was so pissed, he went on live and went as far as digging up one of his ops' graves, since he wanted to show the ops how bad he hated them.
Tombstone, I'm digging dirt up. Hey, yo, where the f*** at, yo? Cardi, where the f*** you at? Ah!
Due to how disrespectful Duel was, it caused him to lose his life because on August 23rd, 2024, a car pulled onside Duel while he was in traffic and let off some rounds at him, causing him to lose his life. His friend tried rushing him to the hospital, but unfortunately, he ended up passing away. And he probably should have eased up with the dissing and crashing out, since that's how many of his homies also went out. What Duel did to his ops' grave also influenced other gang members to try and do the same thing, since they saw that it made Duel go viral. One day, these goons from Florida went to their ops' gravesite and did the exact same thing. But to make things worse, one of the dudes even took a leak on the dude's grave, which is way too far.
Kyle Lennox, man, we digging his. You don't want to pick your. I'll pick him up for you, boy. That is dead, man.
In this next video, a man comes close to getting into a bang out, and over 50 people are watching him on IG Live. In his clip, a man with the IG handle, One Doubleback, can be seen cruising around with the strap while on IG Live, ready to crash out on anyone who played with him. It seemed to be another vehicle following him, and he said the guy was even running red lights to keep up.
God, he's running red lights and all. This wants to die. He's running a red light.
He yells at the other vehicle, "What you want, bro?" while aiming his strap out the window. He then yells, "Who are you?" The dude in the other car yells something back and then speeds off.
What, bro? Who the f are you?
The driver still seems paranoid and decides to let one off and speed up even more before the live ends. It doesn't seem the other car hit back at him, so the driver might have been under the influence and tripping off something while on live. But this next dude was walking down the block with some of his homies, and all of them were taunting their ops. And you can tell their adrenaline was rushing, because the second they saw a random car, they instantly let off at the car since they thought it was one of their ops.
Oh, check, son. You heard that? Where you from? I'm traveling from Sacramento. Yeah, on first grade. Yeah.
And it seems like the dudes were thirsty to catch one that day, with how quickly they crashed out without knowing who it was. But if you thought that was crazy, in this next clip, a gang member from LA found out where his op lived and exploded the car, since he claims that his op said something stupid to him.
And all that, and big ass throw ball kind of all that. Oh, and I'm the one whacking out all knives. Damn. I'm like, damn. All right, this oh, Phoenix Streets, I look. I blew the 60s out. Yeah. A whole one. They know what it's up. Yeah, over. Watch your car blow up. Wanna pop hot to me? Now I'm blowing your car. I don't on the day. I told you I'm outside.
And the dude filmed the whole crime while on IG Live, basically self-snitching on himself because he gave the location of where he did it at and everything, while repeatedly letting everyone know he was the one who blew the car up.
You did all that popping on the damn homies and pulled up to like on the damn. You pulled up to like on the damn like ain't this like 68 and like Fig on the damn like we in the 60s. Like ain't your car on fire? Like y'all just blow your car on the damn like ain't your car finna blow up like on where? Don't pop to me on the damn homies. I already blow shit.
You gotta be careful with who you're beefing with because this next dude from the Bronx ran down on a migrant op and was ready to smoke him in broad daylight.
¿Qué te dije?
Estaba tirando puntos, ¿va?
¿Qué te dije?
No estoy tirando puntos, loco.
¿Qué
Yo
te
voy para
dije?
mi casa, pa.
¿Qué te dije?
Siempre pasar con los 30.
And the dude who crashed out might not have had much to lose, but some people aren't afraid to crash out, even if they have a ton of stuff to lose, because New York drill rapper Dougie B was in the hood not too long ago and saw one of his ops. So he and all the DOA members he was with instantly blitzed the dude and tried to end him right there.
Jaguar! Jaguar!
I told y'all to check.
You check. I got him over court. Come, Hottie. He jacked. Come. He jacked. He jacked. Come. We jack K. We jack K, dummy. Dummy. We jack K, dummy. Dogs. We jack K, dummy. What you doing? Dummy. Don't trip. Come here. Don't trip. Whoa, don't trip. Don't run. Don't trip. Where you going? Come here. Where you going? Don't run. Why you running? Come here, you jack, dummy.
Dougie B and all of the other members didn't care, even though they're a known gang in the city and are fighting a RICO. Instead of lying low to stay off the radar, they're still crashing out. And the way this next dude crashed out is a way no one has ever seen, because a dude is on a train and sees a person that he's into it with. And I guess since the dude didn't have a strap or pig poker on him, he picked up the first thing that he saw to get at his op, because he had a few words with his op and let off the fire extinguisher at the person.
You wanted it? You wanted it? You wanted it?
And it's a good thing that was the only thing he could get his hands on at the time, because there's no telling how bad things would have been if he got a hold of something else. But now, let's move on to this next clip, since a dude recorded himself smacking his op out with the blick, because a goon from Atlanta had pulled up to where his op lived and waited for him to come out of the house. And when the dude came out of the house, he smacked him up with the blick and started dissing the dude's gang and dead people.
Slap with that blick. Stop him. Wait. Hey, hot. Oh. You know what, Blaze? Big forward. Who not forward?
What this next person did is even crazier, because he was at the beach and saw someone he didn't like. He upped his strap and started letting off. What's crazy is that he didn't have a mask or anything on and did it while everyone was looking.
God! Oh my God!
Then, after crashing out, the dude even went back and tried to pick up all of the casings after he had just let off some rounds.
Go, top, go! Back, come on. You know we on. Where you at?
But now, let's move on to the craziest crash out of all time that you have to see. This upcoming rapper was fed up with everything that he was going through. So we went live on Facebook and said, y'all won. Today's the day. You could tell the dude was stressed with the way he was acting. And while on the live, the police had pulled up on him because of what he had just recently done. But instead of surrendering, he took them on a chase and said, they gonna take him out.
I dropped the ball. I let him get to me. They won. They won, y'all. I'm sorry. I was so blessed. I had made it through. There they go, y'all. They gonna kill me, y'all. They behind me. They gonna kill me, y'all. I'm gonna make them kill y'all. Today is the day I die.
But things only get worse because while trying to flee, the dude ended up hitting a curb and popped his tire since he wasn't paying attention to the road. And not long after trying to flee with one tire flat, he ended up rapping out at an intersection.
Sorry. I am so sorry. Are they coming? They coming. Feel me? And I gotta go. I gave it all I could, y'all. I gotta make these feel me? It's been a real ride.
Someone else from the town recorded another POV of what went down. And the situation also made it on the news since the dude took police on a chase after they pulled up on him about a domestic violence call due to a situation he had with his girlfriend.
It's a white Charger, man. It was just running from the police and then crashed out, Gunner Fair Road.
Are investigating a shooting that led to a police chase and ended with a horrific crash earlier today. Now, Columbia police went to a domestic-related shooting call around 11 a.m. on Blossom Street. Police say the shooter left the scene and led Columbia PD and the Richland County Sheriff's Department on a chase. Now, during that chase, the suspect got into a crash with several vehicles, and that was on Hazelwood and Garner's Ferry roads. As of now, we do not know the condition of the suspect or others involved in the crash. Law enforcement does tell us that the shooting which preceded the crash was not considered life.
And the dude probably just should have taken the gun charge and first-degree assault charge and changed his life around after getting out of jail instead of completely crashing out like that.